Hey there, Christina from the Glaser Tutoring Company here, and today we got a good word problem for you about business, right? Revenues and cost. Let's go for it. So we have a cell phone factory. Ooh, that's cool. It's got a cell phone factory. It has a total cost of production, which of C of X equals 150X plus 10,000. And then it's got a revenue function, which is R of X of 200X. What is the break-even point? Okay. So, break-even is a term used in business, right, where there's no loss and no gain. Technically, whatever you gain equals your loss. You didn't lose anything, but you didn't gain anything either. The amount of money that you make in your company cancels out with the amount of money that you had to put out in terms of cost. Now, in general, a gain is known as your revenue. It's the money that's coming in. And, to make this simple, the revenue is after taxes, right? We don't have to shell out any money to Uncle Sam. That's already been done with. So you always got to pay your taxes, by the way. Key lesson in life. So your revenue, right? We paid our taxes, whatever after that, that's our gain. If we want to break even, that has to equal the total cost that we put out. So whether we have to pay rent to some company to house our company, if we're using a space, the amount of units that we have to sell in order to, the amount of units that we have to buy in order to sell them at a higher price, kind of like a Barnes & Noble. They have to buy the books in order to resell them. What else? Just ingredients costs, but in this case, it's a cell phone factory. So the amount that they have to pay for the material to make the cell phone. So in this case, their break-even point is their revenue has to equal the cost. Let me put that in a better, formula for you. Actually, prettier. Here it is, right? Here. So a break-even point is, just like we said, the total revenue equals the total cost. Now, in this case, our revenue function was known as R of X. So maybe I'll just put that, R of X. And that has to equal the cost, right, total. And seems here that all the total cost of production, which was represented by C of X. Now, you might be asking to yourself, what is the X value? Well, the X, especially if it's used in business, is usually termed a unit. Right? It's usually the unit sold. It's the cream of the crop. It's what you're actually selling. Now, in this case, it's a cell phone factory. So maybe the X value is literally the number of cell phones used. So if we get an X of 2, that means we have to sell 2 cell phones. If we have an X value of 7, that means we had to sell 7 cell phones. Now, in this case, we're just going to put in the other part of the formula, right? What was your revenue function? Oh, it was 200x. So 200x equals, what was the other part of the cost function? 150x plus 10,000. So 150x plus 10,000. Now, all we got to do is just solve for those x values, right? Let's subtract 150 on both sides. Get the x's on both sides. So this goes bye-bye. We have 200 minus 150 is what, 50? 50x equals 10,000. I'm just going to double check on that. Yep, 10,000. And I'm going to divide by 50. On both sides. And let's see. Now, 50 goes bye-bye on this side. We have x equals, let's see, we got this goes away with that to kind of make it easier for us. So we're doing technically 1,000 divided by 5. So this should technically be 200, right? 5 goes into 10 twice, and then you got 2 extra zeros, so you got to use that. And in this case, it's the units, right? So 200 units. So maybe we'll say 200 cell phones. So what's the break-even point? They would have to sell 200 cell phones or 200 units to break even. Which means that if they sell anything above 200 cell phones, they will turn a profit. That means that they will make more money than they, shell out in terms of cost. And that's where the money lies. So we got to sell 200 cell phones to break even, and then anything after that is a profit. I hope this helped. Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for viewing the video. We also have memberships on the channel if you want to help the channel out a little bit more. Thank you so much for that. Good luck on all your tests and quizzes coming up. I don't care if it's in math, foreign language, English, chem, physics. We also have those classes on the channel as well. And go check out the website, right? GlaserTutoring.com. We also have other goodies for you that, we give out if you want our help. Thank you so much. We always got your back. We love helping you guys out. And yeah. Also, I would like to give a huge shout out to Maricela. Thank you so much for being a member to the channel. Your support means a lot to my brother and me, and we're thrilled to have you be a part of this amazing community. Memberships are open on the channel, and if you want to become a member, just click that join button, which can be found below on any video if you're watching on your desktop, or it can be found on the overall channel page too. For all of you that want your name shown in the video, don't forget to choose the gold tier or higher. Thank you so much for considering, and have a great day. Talk to you in the next lesson. Bye-bye!